Okay, I'm interviewing Ana Diaz. So, just tell me a little bit about you and your brand, if you can.
Okay, so Diaz, I started Diaz about 2 years ago. Pretty much as soon as I finished uni, I sort of took a couple of months off and had no idea what I was doing, and decided I'd just do a series of events, with Melbourne and Sports Girl and stuff, that I wanted to start my own label. So kind of just launched headfirst into it a bit blindly, but it's been a really quite an up and down journey. But at the heart of Diaz, it's all about having fun with what you wear, how you dress, bright, colourful, easy to wear sort of pieces, and it's kind of, I guess, a bit more about how do I've kind of lost my train of thought, but that's okay. It's just more about the Diaz girl, I guess, rather than specifically the clothing. It's all, the whole Diaz umbrella of things. Social media is really important with my business. I have a lot of really good customers that have come from it.
Okay, cool. And could you tell me some of your career highlights, maybe?
The Sports Girl opportunity, the collaborations I did, it came out in March of 2012. Was huge. That was a massive learning curve. And, just a really good opportunity to sort of get my name out there, and it really did sort of launch me for that, for the next couple of years from then.
And what did that entail?
I did a collaboration of 4 pieces with them, and it was a part of their graduates collection. So from the L'Oreal Fashion Festival in 2011, which is the year after I graduated, I was part of the graduate showcase there. They offered some mentorship opportunities, and they didn't tell us that they were going to be doing a collaboration opportunity. But we got the phone call a few weeks later. It was me and another girl, Jess O'Connor from Sydney, and we were both to design 4 pieces each based on the shapes of our graduate collection, and sort of something that encompassed the brand. So that was really good because I was able to go to their head office and work with their with their product flyers and designers and developers and stuff like that. So that was awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really good. I've actually got a really because they're based in Melbourne, and I've got quite a significant following in Melbourne, which is awesome.
That's really great. Cool. So can you tell me a bit about your design process?
My design process kind of, I always try to, every season I'm like, okay, this time I'm going to do it differently, but it always ends up being exactly the same. And what I do is I sort of start by a lot of internet research, just having a look at, what I'm feeling at the time, what I think, not so much the trends are heading, but I kind of like to try and get a bit of a sense of how people are feeling and how people will be feeling, in the next 12 months. Whether they're into, with that whole tropical collection thing, you could kind of get a vibe that it was happening already. When I was designing it, I was like, I think this might be a bit of a hit, and it kind of went a bit crazy. So it was good. It was good that I sort of tapped into it just at the right moment. But after that, then I'll kind of, I'll go deeper and start looking into books and designers and artists and things like that I'm already influenced by, and see how they've sort of interpreted the same sort of things that I'm wanting to do. And then I'll just start drawing. A lot of drawing, a lot of writing as well. I'm not a great artiste. So I just try to write a lot of what I'm trying to portray in my work, and then I'll start sampling, toiling process, and pattern making.
I think that's a really interesting thought that your design, so much of what we think about is for fashion is sketching away kind of in a gallery. But for you, writing is part of the process.
A lot of writing so that I remember.
I'll cut it, bird.
A lot of writing, just like notes. I do a lot of to-do lists every day. It's just like a huge to-do list all the time. And I'll find that helps me a lot more than my sketches, because I'll look back on my sketches and I'll have no idea what the hell I was talking about. But if I have notes next to it, then I'll know, all that little scraps of fabric and things like that I staple into my sketchbook. Or, I'll take a lot of photos on my iPhone as well, actually, and screenshots and things like that. That ends up being a big inspiration. And I've started every season I have like a private online sort of Tumblr thing where I upload everything up to, so like writing and stuff like that, because I end up using about 5 different sketchbooks. and notebooks and things like that.
Okay, so you kind of use the internet as a place of reflection. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll write about it afterwards as well. So, like, I'll write about what I took a photo about or what I wrote about as well. And pull out the key points and what I was thinking at the time.
That's really interesting. And were your pattern making and trialing process, is that a kind of, do you have a fairly fixed idea by then, or is that kind of still experimenting and kind of
a bit of
draping?
both. A lot of the time, a bit of draping.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't really call myself a pattern maker. Like, I'm not great.
Yeah.
I know how to do it, but I'm not a perfectionist enough to be able to be like a professional pattern maker or anything like that. So a lot of it sort of comes with the basic shapes, and I'll work off the blocks and then come up with something, and then I'll look at it on the dummy and I'll sort of change it here and there, and I'll tuck this in and tuck this out, I'll cut it out and re-pattern make it again. So,
Okay, cool. And do you have any brand ethics, or kind of, you mentioned the Diaz girl, like...
I think always, one of the big things is to sort of never really take myself too seriously. I think that's really important, and it comes across in the brand personality as well. I don't really... it's not just all about fashion, It's sort of about having fun and just being a bit more lighthearted about how you dress in the morning.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Nice.
Or if that...
Any thoughts about this project?
This project, I think it's really exciting.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, it's really fun. I'm looking forward to seeing all the packs made up and seeing what everyone comes up with as well from it. I think it'll be really cool to kind of see how varied all the outcomes are.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Cool. Thank you.
Not a problem.